to, should I say, to bring up what we Ugandans can do best, but it's been kept in the dark. Like, it's not been realized, it's not been recognized. So I think it's great. It's a very good idea, I should say.
Now, for those of us watching us live on your social media platforms, wherever you are, we want to tell you that this year, the President's office has got the mandate to get all Ugandans who are creative, who are innovative in the science department, just to come through and showcase whatever they have. And of course, we will get sponsorship for them in order to promote whatever they have innovated. Now, this week, definitely it started with us looking for who has any innovation through the past month, and of course today we have called upon those that qualified to come here and still show the panel of judges what they have. And when they finish, this is going to go through for the whole week. We're going to choose only 3 from each segment. And these 3 are going to be presented to the President of Uganda on the 10th. This 10th of this wonderful month is going to be the World Science Day. It will be Kololo grounds, where the President himself will be awarding or touching base with those 3 from each segment, those ones that will have made it with their innovations. Then that means they will be supported by the government so that they go to another level. We've got lots of people who are going to be joining us right here, and we talk about what they have come to show as the judges, of course, look into the criteria of what kind of product. Isn't it a copycat product? Do you have the copyright? Is it harmful to the humans? Is it going to be relevant? Is it okay for the marketing? Do you have packaging for it? Such things is what the judges are looking for. And of course, as we're struggling on looking forward to making sure that we take Uganda to the top, we need to get our own people who have got their names tagged onto the products that we use. And remember, we are buying Uganda and selling Uganda. That's one of the reasons why we are advising or calling upon every person who is an innovator out there so that you come and be part of it. Now, today we also saw the minister making a profound statement that this event is going to be every year. And I think that's going to be very good for Uganda, where we're going to have innovators being encouraged for every year to compete and see what is it that they have that the government can take on. Okay. Now, yes,
I think the best part of it also is going to be pushed into schools and universities so that these students can compete and have, I think, their innovations come up broadly.
Okay. Now, we want to get a few people to come and join us here. These people are in the race, actually. They are coming in with their proposals, things that they have brought for the judges to see whether Uganda can foot for it. I want to go and pick up one person. As you keep on talking,
okay.
I'm reading right here, and then we see what they have.
Well. Yeah, to continue with this, we're going to be looking at very many things. Contestants include people that have been doing innovations like saloons. They have hired maybe baking cakes, maybe cooking. It can be anything. It can be absolutely anything that is going to keep the innovations going on. And well, here with me, I also have one person that has been through this innovative. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Please tell us your name.
Yes, I'm Ronald Dangarukamu, and I am showcasing my products from cycled textile cuts and used clothes.
Wow. Used clothes?
Yes.
So, what are they going to do? What exactly is it?
One, we are trying to create an economic and social empowerment activities for the people. So we are trying to make products, carpets, the carpets, the table mats, the bedside carpets, all those things, to make sure that we can create jobs for the people involved in the cottage industry, textile industry.
Amazing. And by the way, you know, most of us believe in this thing of importing, but what we are trying to do right now, we are trying to see that we ourselves, we have our very own products, right? We have our very own products that we create. We actually want to become job creators. Isn't that the idea?
Yes, Uganda continues to import a lot of textiles. So we have a lot of offcuts here from the people who are involved in this value chain. So we try to make sure that maybe out of this, people can get engaged, the youth, the women, to make sure they make products out of these things, and they sell them and they get some jobs.
Today it is a competition day, right? What happens if you go through, or what happens if you don't go through?
When I go through, it's a big boost to our textile sector because we shall be championing the cause of recycling textiles, which has been lacking not only in Uganda but even in Africa here. But also when I don't go through, I'll put my best feet forward. So I think it's a good opportunity for me and for my people.
Well, if you don't go through, are you going to keep on with this project that you are doing, or it's going to stop at that?
Because I've been on it, or I'm already doing it, I have products on the market, so I'll not stop from here. The market is good. It's promising. It's promising because yes, it's promising. Yes, no, because these are as you can see, we have very many hips everywhere of these offcuts. Even you as a person, when you want to dispose of your clothes here, after it's old, you want to use it. So we provide an opportunity to make sure we can use these offcuts and maybe other textile used clothes.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see myself and my teams grow. We want to provide ready market for textile offcuts from these industries, textile industries, from the small, these people in Chiembe, downtown people in their sewing machines. We want to make sure that after producing the offcuts, they have ready market, so they don't just waste them. And also, most of the offcuts in Uganda are used for steam generation, in incinerators, as incinerators. But then there are very many other options for that, coffee husks and maybe and bagasse. So for us, we are like, why should we ban them? And also, we are protecting the environment from these hips. Most of these are synthetics. We don't want them to be scattering over the environment. We want to make good use of them to give jobs to people, and also we protect the environment. Yes.
Though, are you looking at only this region, or you are planning on expanding this whole thing?
Yes, I have to grow because it started as an idea. We made products, we tested the market, the waters, we are already in the market, so it will not stop. We shall just continue to grow. Yes.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. We want to look at your project, of course. Everyone is waiting to meet you.
My project is still inside there. I'm about to present. Yeah, it's going to come on here.
Amazing. Thank you so much. It's really been amazing having you here, and we hope for all the best. Please. Well, we are still going on. Do not forget that this is the Uganda Science and Technology Innovation. Well, you've been touring around, man.
It's great innovation. Looking at what these people have to offer makes me really feel like Uganda, we've got what to offer for the whole world to see. And of course, I'm so proud about this initiative from the President's office to make sure that science is given a priority and of course put in the national budget. People like this, you know that you are a product of science.
Hilarious. How do you call me a project of science? But is that true though, or you?
Oh yeah. I mean, ask your mama. She didn't know what's gonna come, but that's a product of science.
Okay, this makes sense at the end of it all. Well, I want you to have the pleasure to tell me how I'm a project of science, because this is really fantasizing.
Beloved, this is our wonderful. And of course, being part of such a wonderful moment, I'm so delighted and grateful. And for those of you that have just joined us on all those of social media platforms, we want to thank you for sparing a moment to watch what Ugandans have to do and what we have to offer for the whole world to see. But not only to offer to the world, but also when we offer such, we make our lives better. When we have such innovations, we are creating jobs for very many Ugandans. When we have such innovations, we are creating business for Uganda and, of course, getting Uganda to another level. I want to touch base with this wonderful gentleman who is an innovator of protective gear. You know, we have people who are coming through to make sure that they have whatever it is to make sure that they offer it to the country. I want this gentleman to join me and we talk about his innovation. Sir, thank you very much for coming and joining me. Thank you. Yes, sir, you can have a seat. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're fine?
Oh, yes.
What's your name?
I'm Solomon Chiza.
Solomon Chisa.
Yes, sir.
Solomon, what do you do?
I'm a textile engineer.
Textile engineer.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Today is innovation for Uganda. And of course, we want to see and focusing on the science part of it, and of course, technology and innovations in Uganda. And as this week is, you have already gone through because you sent your video and they selected you to be part of this week selection. Well, how do you feel about it?
No, it's an exciting moment being part of the scientists to contribute to the development of our country.
Okay. Now, what did you come with today?
Apparently, I developed a hazmat suit, that is a hazardous material suit, a surgical gown, surgical apron, and the head and shoe covers.
Okay, now, because we are the initiators of this thing, let's stand up and go through these things and of course talk. And I hope my camera person will follow me up and we see what's happening here. Come closer, come closer. Let's just stand right there on your innovations and we see what's there. And of course, yeah, now, this is your innovation, okay?
Yes,
now,
yes.
what is this?
This is a surgical apron.
A surgical apron.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it's used by a medical personnel during surgical procedures, and the main purpose is to prevent the transfer of fluids, microorganisms, or particulate matters from the patient and the surgeon.
So, if you just want to turn a little bit, okay, because the camera wants to get the man who is behind this.
Okay.
Now you say this is used by doctors.
Yeah,
in
and
the
healthcare
theaters.
personnel, yeah.
Okay, now is this safe?
Oh yes, it is. It is actually in the R&D process. I sterilized it and I made sure it was made to the World Health specifications.
Okay, now this is made by you, right?
True that.
You have the copyright for it.
Not yet registered.
Not yet registered.
Yeah,
but you have.
True
it's
that.
The thing is,
The blueprint.
You're not getting it from anywhere.
True that.
You get it from your own hands, right?
Very true.
And then the next thing that we have right here,
this
man,
is a hard-
I see like it's a robot or something.
No, it's a hazardous material suit
Okay.
or coverall suit. And it is used by, you've seen them of late in COVID-19, prevent the contact of the patient and the doctor.
Okay, and it has a hood.
Oh yeah, you are supposed to cover yourself entirely so that you are isolated from the... You see, doctors do their work in a very contaminated environment in some cases, and they have to be protected from the contamination around them.
This is just for doctors. It's not for border people.
Not really, not really.
Someone might be watching me and say,
No, but on the other hand, with the properties it has, can be used for forensic or crime scene intelligence. They can employ this.
And so far, we import whatever we use.
Apparently, yeah, all that we... Actually, that's what motivated me. I read an article by the Monitor saying that the doctors don't have adequate protection at the peak of COVID-19. So I went into this. I realized I can develop something that can save my doctors here in the country.
All right. Then we have something else here that you want to... What is this?
Yeah, it's still a surgical apron.
A surgical apron.
Yeah, you realize this...
What's the difference between that and that?
Okay, imagine a mother has just delivered by C-section.
Yes.
The other one is rough for her, so you'd need something so...
The material
Yes,
is more
changeable.
softer.
Yeah, and comfortable. For this one is mostly worn by patients, and the other one by doctors. Oh yes, oh yes.
Where do you see yourself if you manage to get through, and of course the government backs you up? Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
One, it would be a game changer for our country and the whole world at large. Apparently, all the PPEs we use are imported. I'm imagining making them here. That's being a star.
Please don't forget me when you make it, don't forget me.
I'm imagining making all this here. I can imagine the jobs being created.
Yes.
When we're designing this, it takes 6 stages. Like you have to inspect the raw materials, you make the product, you inspect the product, you sterilize, you pack. All that needs the personnel at every stage. And that would be employment created for our nation.
Now, let's talk about the marketing strategy. What marketing strategy do you have? I'm supposing the government allows and says, wow, that's the project that we need to invest in. How do you intend to market this?
I find this obvious because there's hide man. There's hide man. You realize at the peak of COVID-19, India and China were struggling back home to safeguard their countries. Then here we're left in a deficit.
Yes, come on, let's see then and see. And of course, I want to tell people that are watching us online right now is I'm having innovators right here, making sure that they tell us exactly what they have to offer, and of course, the country at large, of course, making sure that they back them up to get the relevant funding that they need. Yes, you're trying to tell me.
Yeah, at the peak of COVID-19, most countries first safeguarded their doctors. So here in the country, doctors didn't have adequate protection. And the main reason is that the supplies were limited. So I'm imagining we are making this here. And remember, this is what they use in the every day as they perform their daily operations.
Let me also ask you one thing. Is your materials, these gadgets, the things that you've made, is there once off use and you throw away, or someone can use it and wash it?
Actually, all these are disposable. Yeah, medical textiles.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
All right. Man, thank you so very much.
It's a pleasure.
I just want you to make a comment on the presidential initiative. What do you think about this initiative?
No, it's a great idea, a great step taken towards the right direction. I'm very sure most of the innovations that have been presented here are relevant for our national development because there is something that has motivated all the innovators. And I request government take them on and support them.
Man, thank you so much. The sky's the limit, man. I wish you the best. And I pray that as we try to take Uganda back to the top, you're one of the people that are going to get Uganda back to the top. I wish you well, man. Even when you make it and you win, I know on the 10th, everybody's looking for the day when the president is going to handle you over with, and get you guys going. I hope you do the right thing. Thank you. Thank you so much. For those of you that have just joined us, this is a moment where we're having a lot of innovators who are coming in with their innovations so that they tell us exactly what they need to do. I need to find quite a lot of other people that can explain to us many of the innovations. But definitely, if you're there, and you must know that the minister was here today, and the minister told us that this is going to be happening every year. So every year, look out for something like this that is going to be supported by the ministry of from the president's office, and of course the UIRI. This is an initiative that every Ugandan should be part of. And I keep on encouraging every media house, wherever you are, to tag someone so that we can get this good news out there in all the districts. And one thing I like about what the minister said, that this is not going to be only for Kampala or only the districts that are well known and vast up with lots of towns and people, but they're going to go throughout into the whole country. And it's not limited to any kind of age. We have seen people at the age of 9 and 10 coming here with a lot of innovations, and they want the government to see their innovations. And definitely, if you have your children, this is the time, Uganda, this is the time that you need to get your people involved in such kind of initiative. Let me get someone else here who needs to tell us what they have come with their innovations, and then we see what to do. Yes, sir. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm good and better.
Good. What's your name?
Rogers Mubiru.
Rogers Mubiru.
Yes.
Where are you
From Entebbe, Abaita Babiri.
from? Okay.
Yeah.
That's very, very close to the airport of Uganda, right?
Yes.
Now today is Innovations Week. What have you come with?
I'm a diesel engine manufacturer here in Uganda. Yeah, from scratch. I developed it myself, and we are now ready for production.
Diesel engine.
Yes, and it was launched by the Honorable Minister, and I celebrated it in the Kororo airstrip with the President, and he saw it clearly.
Okay. You have done a diesel, made a diesel engine from Uganda.
And I'm in a company which is registered fully called Kevoton Motions, and I have a team behind me which I work with.
Now, the engine is a what? A car engine?
You know, engine is a prime mover. You can put in the car, you can put it in the boat, in the motorcycle, in the water pump, generator. Engine is a power device which can power any application you have.
Okay.
So you design the engine according to the application you want.
Okay.
Yes. If you want a car engine, we do that. Because the equation and the formula is the same. Yes. You just change.
Let's look at this. But let's stand up. Let's stand up, man, and look at this. And definitely, I want everybody, just stand right there. And we explain these. And this is Kevoton Motion Engineering. And you've made an engine. Okay. Now, what inspired you?
Since I started in 1998, there was a problem here in Uganda. We do all the applications, but we don't do power devices. We always import. And we yet to have fuel here. And all the materials like metals, steel, aluminium. So I decided and said, no, let's try to make our own power devices to power our applications here. Because there is no developed country on earth which does not make engines. That's the spark of the industrialization. And our engine is one of its kind here, because no one have ever tried it. It's a complicated machine. You can't just wake up and start, say, I'm going to make an engine. Everyone will think that you are mad. And you have been in the destructive area so many years, because everyone can say anything. You don't know what you are doing. You are not the white man. Those engines are from Western people. But we said, no, we shall do it.
Now, why did you choose to do a diesel engine?
Not
Petrol engine?
Yes.
Why don't we use kerosene engine?
Yes.
Yeah. Why did you choose
That's
diesel?
a very good question. First of all, you know, they are what we call manufacturing processes.
Oh.
You can't just jump steps because you want something.
Okay.
You have
Just a minute. Just a minute. For those of you that we want to get to the depth of this thing now, we get seated so that we get to know. Because now you're getting into something very, very, very serious. Okay.
You know, manufacturing starts from God. When He creates man, when you born a child, that baby can see everyone moving, walking. He may jump and start walking, but that's not the process. He has to sit, crawl, stand and fall, up to connect that. Yes. So in engine development, we started with steam engines, very fine, 1998 up to 2004. We built steam engines from wood, not even metal. We had know how to cast metal. We had know how to finish, how to measure tolerances. But by learning and adding, we have come up with diesel engine. Why? Because it's not electric, it's a mechanical engine. Anyone can use it in agriculture, in forests, everywhere. So by the time we are going to come with other types of engines, because we are the owner of that treasure. We know all the formulas, how to change and make this. Even jet engines we are going to make. But right now we're on diesel age. And when it goes on sales, we shall be starting on petrol to simplify other home use functions and whatever. Then after, we shall be trying to see, can we start making engines which can fly? That's the process of manufacturing. Yeah, because for us, we don't want to be excited with what we see. We do what we know, and we go to another one after knowing this one. Not just skip, because you want a computer. Right now, you need to make a computer like a Japanese standard. You first make your computer from your own resources. You can even make it in wood, using a panga, and make a big screen. And you say, this is my screen, I'm making a computer. Someone can think that you are mad, but you are developing what we call skill and knowledge through that thing.
Now tell me something. When did you make your first engine?
We made it in 2001, in June.
2001.
It was a steam engine. We call it single Ativon 1.
And it worked.
It worked. Right now we are at single Ativon 12. It means series from 1 up to 12. We started with wooden engine. Right now we're on metal. We have running engines right now which are fully finished. They are 5. One is a generator, 3 are water pumps. They help for irrigation. Another one is there is what we call a screener, which screens this dust the garbage to remove that black soil for backyard farming.
And what's the name that you call the engine?
The name is in a scientific language because we created our own language, by the way, and writing. It's one of also of its kind in the world. We have our own writing and language, but we are not yet protected it in whatever registration. But it is single Ativon 1, SA71. Then these fueled engines, we started with single Ativon 7 DV, meaning single Ativon 7, it is like type 1 DV diesel version. So we went on fuel age at number 7. Okay, but from 6 up to 1 were steam engines. But from 7 up to 12, they are now diesel engines. So when we entered into petrol, we shall start from there. That when you reach at like single Ativon 20, we started with petrol version. So it will be single Ativon 20 PV, petrol version. Because the other one is DV, diesel version. Yes.
Supposing you go through and definitely you're among the top 3, yes, and the president is going to meet you on the 10th.
Yes.
What do you expect?
In fact, in Uganda, I expect little things because these people, they get excited so much at that moment, but when you leave, everyone goes to his office and forget. But as they have started this thing, it will encourage me that I can put my product on market. And if I win that money, what I'm going to first do is to put it in production so that I even sell 2 engines from that money. That will be the turning point of my product to go into market.
Man, I wish you the best.
God
and I
bless
hope
you.
that your product,
Yes,
meets the right market.
Thank you very much.
I'm looking for a Uganda kind of engine that I don't have to struggle to get
Yeah,
an engine from
yeah,
Japan.
yes.
And
Why?
and my last would be, why don't you? I mean, we have Mercedes
Yes,
engine,
yes.
we have Toyota
Yes,
engines.
yes.
Why don't you make the engine in your name? Toyota is someone's name.
Yeah, the engine is our names. The word Ativon, that's one of my, I'm called Ativon Butchering the Tan, my scientific name. So you can, these Rogers Mill, these are our local names here. But when you're a scientist, you create your own culture and your own nature.
So your own name and
It's on
culture
that
is
engine.
part of it.
Yes.
Man, thank you so very much.
You are
I
welcome.
want to see you on top, man.
Thank you very
I
much.
want to dine with you. I
Thank
want to
you.
drive my car one day.
Thank
and there's
you.
Ativon engine in my car.
Thank you.
Man, thank you so very
You're
much.
welcome.
I want to wish you the best in everything
you.
that you do, man.
You called who?
My name is Big Sam.
Okay.
My name is Big Sam, man.
Okay.
And lastly, I want you to comment about this presidential initiative that's in the country right now.
According to my age, and I've seen many things because I started this job when I was 14. In 1996, almost. I was in P7. But there were no any path where you can reach to the president or you can reach to anyone to help you in research. But they have opened their eyes these days that an innovator is the only way to create your nation in the way you want. So I appreciate the president. I love him for that. And we shall struggle so that we win. And we shall make our own products here. And we stop importing things from out. So let him push this thing. Let him help us. Because we don't want to make research and developments and we hang them in shelves. We want to put them on market. So they have to create paths where we can build factories to make mass production of our products here. Yes, and we broke some other people who are bringing every substandard parts here and all companies.
It's true.
So,
I mean, when you go to a country like South Africa, they don't allow Japanese cars
yes,
to come.
because they make their
own.
So my message to the president is to keep being strong. We shall win and we shall back him whatever he wants. As long as we manufacture our things here, that's the only way to break through.
Man, thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
I want to see you on top, man.
Thank you.
All right. For those of you that have just joined us, this is a moment that we're just having a lot of innovators coming in the play. And of course, they are enjoying a moment right here. As we are looking for these innovators, looking for people that have whatever they have got. It's the Science Week, and of course, science and technology innovation. But allow me to welcome on the floor, right in my studio that's just made temporarily right here in Makerele. I want to invite the chair lady. She is the chair lady, the lady behind this whole wonderful innovation, the chair lady for this year. And of course, this lady has got your words, the words that you want to listen to. For those of you that did not make it this year, this is the lady. Of course, I've given her another beautiful name, Madam Chair Lady Beautiful. How are you doing?
I am fine. Thank you, Big Sam.
You're welcome, my dear. You're welcome. Every time I see you, I see Uganda going on top.
Wow, you're not wrong about it. You're absolutely on point.
Now, thank you for this wonderful initiative.
Thank you.
Now, we have this innovation week that is going on. Tell us more about it, because we have people that didn't know about it. They're online right now watching us. Please tell us more about it.
Thank you for having us. The Innovation Week precedes, or what we are calling the National Science Week, precedes the World Science Day for Peace and Development that is celebrated annually on the 10th of November, so world over. So as a country, we actually decided not only to commemorate the day, but actually take the world, take the country through a series of activities that will beam up to the pinnacle on the 10th of November, where we shall be having His Excellency at Kololo ceremonial grounds, celebrating our scientists, celebrating our innovators. He's our guest of honor, and these awards we are going through that we are going to talk about, he'll actually be celebrating our winners, like we are going to talk more.
Okay, now tell me, who is supposed to be part of this?
Yes, every person, as long as you're in the age group above 18 and under 18. So that means just about anyone. For what we have had today, where we are unveiling the pitching process, we are having a panel or panels of judges along the 6 prioritized industrial value chains. So we have the pathogen economy. Here we are dealing with disease, prevention and treatment, vaccines, diagnostics, therapeutics. Allow me elaborate a little more about that.
Come on now, come on
because as a country, especially in this era of COVID, we actually have had scientists working on vaccines for COVID. We have 4 candidate vaccines. We have on the 27th of January, this year 2021, at Mulago National Referral Hospital, His Excellency the President actually launched a clinical trial for our first, mark me on this, our first natural products drug for the treatment of COVID. This is how far science has gone. We have all gone through this PCR testing for COVID. We have scientists that are working on the PCR kit, Uganda. So that shows you how far we are going. Go to another value chain. That is mobility. This is everything mobility, transport. Along the value chain, for example, let me use the Kira Motors bus. Along the value, the bus has about 30,000 parts. So among those parts, we are having Ugandans, we are having scientists that are actually working on them here indigenously. And then other things, the bamboo bikes, the electric bikes, the electric buses, as we take care, of the environment and decongest the cities. Digital economy, beauty and apparel, agro-security, and that's where we are going. So, this is the Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Office of the President, together with Private Sector Foundation and a number of other partners that have put this together so that we celebrate our scientists, so that we create awareness about the innovation ability muscle of the country. We are showing you today, this time round, our youngest innovator is 9 years.
9 years.
You will be seeing her. And then we have those even all the way, even towards older 70, 80. So there is science along the line. There are great things coming up for Uganda. And watch out. Be a part of this by actually voting. Today we are having the pitching. Oh, already you're seeing this. This is made in Uganda. Exactly.
Unbelievable.
Here we are. So, exactly. So, already we are pitching. Today we have had the short list of a whopping 165 innovations that were submitted. The next level we went to was to do a long list of everyone that met the criteria. Then we sorted the best 6 under each industrial value chain, above 18, the best 6, under 18, the best 6. Then they are now pitching to be able to vie for the final award that will actually be presented to them by His Excellency on the 10th. So there's no better way we got to celebrate this World Science Day than to celebrate our scientists.
Now, let's go slowly and tell people. Now, these guys have pitched today.
Yes.
They're going to be voted for.
Yes.
By who?
By you, the public. Tomorrow we shall be unveiling your best 3 per category. As we unveil them to you, we shall give you the channels for voting and get voting. Up to the 7th of November, midnight. Midnight, we close the voting.
Okay.
So we are going to be showing you the cream of the cream 2021. The National Science Ambassador, also watch out for that one. And
Yes.
the National Women's Innovators Award.
That's wonderful.
So here we come. A whole 14 categories to vote for, and science has taken another trend.
So we having 3 from each category of the 14.
Yes,
And that is going to be unveiled tomorrow.
exactly.
And then tomorrow, we are going to open our lines for voting online.
Sure.
All right?
Yes.
And then we will get the best from each category, right?
Yes,
Out of the 3.
out of the 3. Now, your voting is very important because to the mark, you are, your nominee, you're giving them a whole 30%
Wow.
to their end mark.
Wow.
Then from the panel of judges that you have already seen,
Yes.
we are getting 70%.
Wow.
So the 30% from your votes and the 70% from the judges will then determine who our winner will be, and we shall be telling you on the 10th.
Now, I want to spin this ball. What is going to be given to the winner?
Wow.
Ooh, that's another one. That's another one. That
You
prompts
know?
someone right there. If you're watching us and you've just joined us, this lady, I have to ask all these questions. Otherwise, if I don't, there's no other person who's going to answer these questions. So please take note. What is the winner getting?
Okay. As a committee, as the minister told you already, we have, I mean, it's not even quantifiable. It's a lot more than just what the eye can imagine.
Yes.
So we are having a cash prize where we are going to guide you as the winner actually on how either to take your product beyond where it is, because each of our contestants, especially those in the category of under 18 and above 18 in the 6 industrial value chains, has had to have a prototype. So if my prototype is this microphone and it's not yet on the market, that prize is, if that is your desire as an innovator, we are going to support you to get to the market. Wow. We have issues of registering patents, of registering trademarks, of registering a design. Here we are. So we are not just giving you a cash prize to go home and go to wherever you want to go for a holiday.
You're actually running the mile with the innovator.
With them to ensure they get to levels of the professors that have been on their panel. Wow. We are looking at products. Science, Technology and Innovation Office of the President is not just about basic research, but it's along the value chain. Basic research is important. We go to the clinical trials, the field trials. We are looking at commercialization and industrialization. So, in addition, there is training that is going to be given to our winners and the runners-up. Training in your field. We have got partners that are going to have you between 3 to 6 months to get trained, to get better, to get the skills that you need to actually take your innovation, to take the wisdom you already have, the expertise to another level. Yes. In addition to what we are doing, we are also ensuring to actually, now that is the technical and practical training, but we are going to have training in marketing. From the little surveys we've done, most of the scientists actually do not know how to market. They do not know these business lines. Oh, yeah. So that is another thing we are going to be doing through our partners that I will unveil later. And then, this is something for a lifetime. The president of this country recognizing you, awarding you, I mean, just that is enough for me if I were an innovator contesting this year.
Someone was asking me and said, isn't the government going to take over our products or something like that? I mean, just for heaven's sake.
The government itself is actually helping you to have your product protected. Yeah. We have URSB. Yes. You get? Yes. So the government is supporting you to get protected. So how then does it turn against you?
Now, lastly, because I know our time is first spent, but lastly, assure us that this is not going to be a once-off. I know the minister has already made mention that it's going to be every year, but you are the organizing chair, lady. So I want you, in your own words, to assure the public that this is going to go on next year, so that someone there who has missed it out this year, they're going to work hard to be in it next year.
Actually, I can't say it better than the Honorable Minister did. But to tell you, we have put it right at the national planning level in what we call a Program Implementation Action Plan, PIAP. So it's coming right from that planning level to ensure that it's captured at national level. So be on the lookout. Scientists out there, innovators out there, you don't have to be a PhD holder. You don't have to be have a master's. It's not about which qualifications you have. But out there, we have people that are innovating in our communities, and we are even going to go and get further and dig out. So be on the lookout. Start preparing your prototypes. Start registering your patents. Start registering your trademarks, your designs. We are coming.
Is there any hotline that you can give someone out there, a hotline that they can get to it, or a website they can get more information about this?
Oh, yes, and I know you'll be sharing it on your screens later. Yes. But yes, we do, and every information is lined up there for you to be able to actually follow through. So working with the Government Citizens Interaction Center, taking out our content, you're going to be following through, and we are going to be sharing through you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so very much. And your last word?
My last word. We want to thank the public. We want to thank the scientists out there. We want to thank our parents. Thank you so much for nurturing. We've seen not only great talent, but we've actually seen great wisdom in our young innovators. Thank you, our dear mentors, for the great work that you are doing. So what do we want to say? We actually, So my last word is, one, we congratulate everyone that has been able to make it through to this point. We want to thank His Excellency, the President, for being the best advocate for science. This is how we've been able to thrive. And want to thank the general public for entrusting the scientists of this country to levels that we are actually bringing out solutions to prevent disease, to work on our mobility, on our agro-security needs, beauty and apparel. Science is the way to go, and it's the only way to actually survive in this fourth industrial revolution. Uganda is not going to be left out with what we have seen and what we have had in the past, and with the strategic direction we are taking as Science, Technology, and Innovation Office of the President, we are going right ahead. For God and my country, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Beautiful words that comes in from the chairlady right there. I know that you've gotten it right there. And of course, we're still living in this pandemic, corona virus. And I know for sure that you're keeping the social distance wherever you are and you're watching me. It is a lot that we have, but having heard the words of the chairlady, I know that you are geared up. And next year, you are going to be ready and fully ready to be part of this wonderful one. And tell you what, as lots of other innovators come in, we have a list that is endless. But only tomorrow we are going to unveil the top 3 from the 14 categories. So you watch out on the space and, of course, get to know who is doing what, the numbers that you're supposed to call. And these people need your vote. It is very important that you get to vote for your own people. And, of course, your vote carries a 30%. I got another innovator right here on the spot. How are you doing, sir?
I'm okay, thank you, sir.
Great. What's your name?
I'm Collins Trebaze.
Collins Trebaze.
Yes.
Collins, what are you here to do?
I'm here to present you banana fiber products.
Banana fiber?
Yes.
Banana fiber?
Banana fiber.
It's a product from the banana?
Yes.
Okay. Let's see what bananas can give us. Okay.
This is raw banana fiber, which is not processed. But we have developed different products out of banana fiber. We have softened banana fiber, which is almost, it is like cotton. It is like cotton. We can spin this into threads and make fabric. Just like the shirt you're putting on, we can make that shirt out of banana fiber. Then secondly, we also have hair extensions.
From banana?
Yes. Hair extensions. These are hair extensions for, most times women like plaiting hair, so this is a new product for them. It's biodegradable, very fine. So women, I know they will like it. They will like it. Then the other product we have, this bag that I've used to carry these other products. This bag is purely 100% banana fiber.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
isn't that abusing banana? Because I mean, you eat banana. I've seen my co-host right here having hair as long. I mean, it's too long. I mean, to her back. I mean, yeah, I think that is banana hair.
Maybe.
Okay. So what does it take for you to get this from the banana?
We go to the farms, get the banana stems, which have been thrown away after cutting the banana fruits. And then we extract the fiber, this kind of fiber, from the banana stems, and then we process them into these other products I've just shown you.
Wow.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing research about this fiber for now 3 years. Yeah, with Texford, a company in Uganda, but also as a master student of textile science and engineering in Tiangong University in China. Yeah, so we have developed these fibers through research.
So this is bananas locally grown, and
Yes.
you can get something out of them, because I've never seen anything that comes out of banana stem.
Yeah, surely there is no other company that has worked on banana fiber and all these products apart from Texford and the university we are collaborating with right now.
Supposing you win,
Yes.
supposing you are the top one and you win this cash prize and you win the government to be behind you, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
We want to expand the market for banana fiber with its products. We have so many products. These are just a few that I've just shown you, but we have even other products like biocomposites, which we've not been able to bring right now. But we have a big vision for banana fiber, because in future we want to see the textile industry of Uganda grow from just cotton, but to different fibers, so that we can have variety of products on market.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so much. I don't know, because, I mean, it's too much to be getting from fiber, from banana. We get alcohol from banana.
Yes.
We get juice from banana.
Yes.
You can eat banana raw.
Yeah.
You can eat it boiled. You
Yeah.
can make pap out of banana.
Yes.
Now we are getting hair.
Hair and fabric.
This is unbelievable, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
You're
want to
welcome.
see you on top. I really want
Thank
to see
you.
you on top.
Thank you.
Because this is, but when you talk about bananas, you're talking about Uganda.
Yes.
And having you do something extra
Yeah.
from just throwing it away the banana stem, that is pretty good. And we wish you the best, man.
Thank you.
What do you comment about this presidential initiative to support science and innovation?
This is a very good initiative. I think like 10 years ago, the presidential initiative for banana products has been on, but we are introducing banana fiber because other products have been supported already. We thank the president for really supporting this kind of research, and we are going into the right direction.
Man, thank you so much. I wish you the best, and
Thank
of
you.
course, definitely, if you win, don't forget me, right? All right. That is it. That's how we do it, ladies and gentlemen. It's innovations, and of course, everything is happening the way it's supposed to happen. Thank you so very much for joining us. I want to remind you that we are still running quite a lot. Man, come and join me, man. I want you to show these people that your hair is made out of banana.
I was so amazed when I heard that my hair is made out of banana fiber. Mine. How am I wearing this? No way. We need to start using Ugandan products, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to remove this and put the banana fiber itself.
Put the banana fiber. You
Exactly.
Look at the way you look, man.
My.
It's a banana here. That's so good.
Thank you.
But you've been interacting with quite a lot of.
Yeah. Of course, I've been interacting with a lot of young people. It's been amazing. I had the pleasure to know about what they're doing, the products they're doing, but they're going to tell us what exactly is it behind their products that they are doing, and how are they going to innovate us with these products that they are doing.
Okay, I know you've got people that are coming in. Let's take a quick break. We're coming back.
Exactly.
For those of you that are watching us, this is innovation, and of course, lots of other people are coming in. I just want to take some water as you interview those people that you've been with, because I know for sure that your time is starting right now.
Emma.
Enjoy the moment.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
So that's why we came up with the automated door system.
Wow. How do you think this automated door system is going to build us with a, trust me, you are an innovator. Someone else is looking at you right now. How is this going to help us?
This system is going to help us in the coming year as we are opening up the systems to prevent a situation like this from coming again. We do not need another lockdown. We do not need schools closed for another year. We need to proceed with life as it used to be. And it cannot be exactly the same, but we can try to make our lives easier as we progress into the post-COVID period. We need to address this as a new normal. We need to be able to enter our classes, our offices, without fear of contacting COVID-19 or any other contaminated, or any other disease that can be got through touching contaminated surfaces.
Are you particularly looking at this door because we've had a lockdown, or it's because there is something behind it that gave you an idea, differing from the COVID pandemic that we had?
This idea was mainly sparked to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, exactly. But it was also in our minds that we wanted a hands-free experience when entering our classes. We didn't want to touch someone's sweat as we're entering class, as we're entering an office. Sometimes the door can be, you're not sure where someone has been. Maybe someone has used a washroom. They're not very clean. Then you touch, you eat. So it's just a way to prevent people from touching these contaminated surfaces. We're like, no, we need hands-free, no contact. That's what we're looking at.
Wow, amazing. So it's called?
It's called ADOS, the Automated Door Opening System.
Wow. ADOS, the Automated Door System. What is your market range like?
Our market range is to target people who work in offices, restaurants, schools, normal places where people share a lot of public things. Yes, mainly that.
Well, what is that one strategy that you are looking at using to market this whole thing, the door?
Our strategy is that these things are already existing. An automatic door is already existing. But what is different from ours is what we want to share with the rest. We have it measures it can tell the temperature of someone entering the door. So in order to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, someone needs their temperature to get measured.
You don't need a temperature gun?
Yes, exactly.
Oh my God, okay, this is so great. Yes. This is beautiful. How do you even, you guys seem very young people. How would you even think of having a door that is going to measure my temperature without me having a temperature gun? How is that like? How does it feel?
It feels good.
It really does.
It does. To know that you are able to help people and give them a way out and a way forward in this post-pandemic situation.
Okay. Imagine you chose among the top people, or you chose the winners. What are you going to do with this prize that you're going to get?
First of all, we would spread awareness.
Thank you.
Yes, we would spread awareness to our peers and people out there that there's a way out of COVID, and us not having to touch contaminated spaces using our door is one of them.
Wow, yes. Wow, amazing. We always hope for the best, but what happens if you don't go through?
If we don't go through, we can get the feedback from the judges. We can sit down, improve on our project, come back next year with a better automated door.
So you're planning, even if you don't go through, or even if you're not the winner, you are planning to keep this project running through, right?
Yes, this project is a good idea, it's a way forward, and it needs to be implemented.
Amazing, man. You guys, I'm so proud of you. I want you to look in that camera and tell the people out there your last words regarding this.
We want to thank you for watching us. We are here to spread awareness. We are here to make the world a better place. Thank you for watching.
What do you want to tell those guys out there? They're looking at you. You're an innovator. What do you want to tell them?
I want to tell them that as long as you have an idea that could potentially boost our economy and support it in one way or the other, you should not sit on it, and age does not matter. Yes.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. What are your last words?
My last words are, it's 2021, girls are taking over science. So to every girl out there, get up and code something.
Exactly, get up. But wait, you guys are working, the three of you. You know, sometimes it's very hard to work like in a group, or even if you're best friends, it's very hard to have three people together all the time. How do you guys do it? Who brings the ideas? Okay, who brings the ideas?
When someone has an idea, well, we each contribute to make it solid, I would say. And teamwork is the way to go.
Is there anyone negative about among the three of you?
No, it's not exactly. Yes, I'm sure. No.
Okay. We are still here. Thank you guys so much. It's really wonderful, and we are amazed to know that we, the young people, are finding ways of innovating ourselves, right?
Yes.
This is our country, supposed to love our country and love what we produce, of course, right?
Yes.
Wow, thank you guys. We are still at the Uganda Science and Technology Innovation. We'll be back in a few, just for a short break. Okay. Those were the beautiful ladies. And we are still going to interact with very many people that are going to give us their projects right here to tell us how do they work, what do they work, or how are they going to help us, how are they going to use them to help us, with the Ugandans, to support our very own products, of course. And here with me, of course, my co-host, is going to tell us what he has been doing and what he has had for us. I've seen you taking grounds, man.
I've been around, man, enjoying some good work here. If it's about good things, man, and you enjoy it, that's so beautiful. And I like it. I really love it.
So, what project are you going to do for us? Because this is an innovation. What are you going to do for us?
I want to see, I'm always thinking of a project that gets women involved. So.
You're going to now end up talking about my hair. No.
but yeah, the innovation is so good. And we keep on telling people that we are here. Tomorrow, we are going to unveil the top three. The top three from each category, the top three. Now, these are people that are going to get nominated by you, the three. Today, we had the pitch where everybody comes and we pick up the three. The judges have helped to pick up the three. Tomorrow, we will unveil the three that I've picked up today from the 14, and then we open the judging. And people at home, you're going to participate into voting for who you think can win. And when you do that, that voting of yours will contribute 30%. And then we'll add it up to the 70% of the judges. And come the 10th, someone is going to go out with their dream done. Wow. Yes. Now, there's a lady that does sheer butter. I like that for my skin. Go pick her up. And she joins me right here. And definitely we enjoy a moment right here. And of course, this is Innovation Week right here as we are in Makerere University being hosted. We want to thank everybody that has been part of this since we started in the morning up to around this time. The people that did not take part in this year's looking for who is going to be who. We want to tell you that we still have next year, so look out for next year. But today, I've got a beautiful lady right here with me. How are you doing, my dear?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm all right. What's your name?
My name is Georgina.
Georgina?
Yes, Georgina Amasha. Thank you.
I like the name.
Thank you.
Really, I love the name.
Thank you.
Georgina, what brings you the other day?
I've come here because of shea butter, because I'm a lover of shea butter. Yes, shea butter, and of course very many other things that come along with the product line. But basically, here I'm here because of shea butter.
Shea butter?
Yes.
Now, I wonder whether my camera can get closer and we see the shea butter. I mean, this is your product?
Yes, it is.
How did you come up with it?
I work with a few people. So one of these people was told by the grandmother, because she comes from the northern part of Uganda, which supplies shea nuts like widely. So that's when we got to know about the shea butter, and so we started with just doing liquid soap because it was the easiest thing to do. But then later we realized that we can actually do a lot more with the shea butter other than just liquid soap, because liquid soap takes like 10% of the shea butter. So we chose to involve also in the skin line, in the skincare line, and this is how we got to have shea butter.
So shea butter, who uses shea
Yes.
butter?
Everyone uses shea butter. The kids, the old, the teenagers, everyone uses shea butter. Shea butter is it's not for specific people. It's for the men, for women, for children, teenagers, everyone.
So you use shea butter?
I do.
I mean, no wonder your skin is glowing.
Yeah.
How
Yes,
long?
I
How
do.
long have you taken to do this product?
We have been working, we started 8 years ago. Yes, we started 8 years ago. But of course, starting shea butter has been of recent, like 4 years ago. But it has been a lot of prototyping, changing this and that. Sometimes you get the wrong shea butter because it has grades. So you keep on changing just to come up with like a final product that is good for someone's skin and you're sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you have a doctor who does, or a scientist who tests
Yes, we do.
what you have so that
Yes.
it's not dangerous and harmful to someone's skin?
Yes, we have a team of people. We have a team of professional people that actually do the testing, and we have a laboratory. We have a center where we test, because this shea butter is ground from Gulu. So by the time we bring it to Kampala, it is already shea butter. But then what happens when it reaches Kampala is that it goes through the testing and every other thing, because shea butter for the skin is different from shea butter that is used in soap, that is used in liquid soap, that is used in hair products. It's different because, the skin is very sensitive. So we make sure that by the time it reaches Kampala, this is where we grade it into grade A, B, C, up to F. So grade A is what exactly we use for the skin.
Okay. Now, is there
Yes.
any shea butter out there? How did you come up with?
Oh.
Did you see that someone is making it, and you can also make it?
Of course not. Of course not. But we started with people that came from a place that had very many shea trees and shea fruits. Because when you go to the northern parts of Uganda, the West Nile, you realize that there are very many places that have these shea trees, which take a very long time to grow, a very long time, about 50 years. So because people used to cut those trees down just to get charcoal those days, so you can imagine someone plants something for 50 years and then they just cut it down once and get charcoal out of it. And yet we can, because if it has started producing the shea nuts, it's going to produce them for a very long time. So we realized that we can actually use this for a better cause, which was shea butter.
Now, if you manage to win, and on the 10th, you are the lady gonna meet the president.
Yes.
What do you expect?
Of course, if I manage to win, we have goals as a company, as a business. So what I expect to tell the president is of course what our views are and basically our challenges, because our biggest challenge has been people that cut down those trees for charcoal. So we've been getting inadequate supply of shea nuts along the way. So that would be one thing I would really advocate for, that people can look for other means of getting charcoal but not cutting down these precious trees and of course also looking at sensitizing people about the importance of the shea nuts that they have and the shea fruits and how valuable it is.
Man, thank you so very much. I
My
want to see you on top. But I want to ask you one more question.
Yes.
Is a shea butter available out there in the market, or it's not yet available?
Oh yeah. Okay, yes. Shea butter is really available. We are on Jumia, we are in certain pharmacies, we are in Mega Standard. We are trying to but it's there. It's there. We are on Jumia.
Typically Uganda.
Yes, and it's typically Uganda, and we work with about 3,000 farmers in the
3,000
Yes.
farmers.
Yes.
That's job creation.
Yeah.
Man, thank you so very much, my dear. I want to see you on top.
Thank you.
I want to see that face,
Thank you.
Somewhere on the billboards, and I'll be proud to say I participated in talking about shea butter when it started.
Thank you.
Man, thank you so much. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
All right. And for those of you that have just joined us, and of course, we're just having this wonderful innovation week that just started today. Of course, today we got all the innovators come right here at Makerere University, where they have been in a session meeting all the judges. They have grouped them in different clusters, and of course, the judges are looking at carefully how their products are. They are selecting only three people from the 14 categories. And of course, these 3 people are going to be unveiled for you tomorrow at the media center. Look out for the telephone numbers and of course the codes that you need to press to vote for who you want their product to win. But as we celebrate Uganda, we encourage you to buy Uganda, boost Uganda. Let's do whatever it takes to boost our own people. When we do that, we are bettering the lives of our people, and we're bettering the lives of all Ugandans, and of course elevating the country back on top. Thank you very much for joining us. It has been Big Sam right here, and of course giving you the best. I want to say thanks to the team behind this wonderful initiative, from the President's office and of course every media house that is making sure this is put out there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I want to thank my co-host who has been here making sure that everything happens the way it's supposed to be happen. We will give you updates on whatever that is going to happen, but for now, stay for God and my country. Big Sam signing out. Enjoy the moment. Bye-bye.